Hello, today we're going to talk about an advanced module for ezfocus called the Vintages Sell-Through. As many of our Quebec and Ontario clients will know, there are supplementary channels to the main retail channel that will allow for opportunities for incremental revenue. So today we're going to talk about the Ontario example, which is the Vintages channel. Now we know that all products in ezfocus are separated by their product type code: general list, vintages frontline, vintages essentials, licensee only SKUs, that kind of thing. This module is going to be extremely useful for you analyzing for brands that are only vintage frontline releases. As you'll notice, this area uses one of the dynamic web table tool setups that we have, which is the types of tables with the strip of magnifying glasses all across the top, which allows for lots of really quick and easy filter and customization views. One of the easiest ones you can do, especially if you're an organization that has several sub-vendor and identifications with the LCBO, is you can click and drag the agent up into a filter and create subtotals and groupings for the different agent identities that you have. Or again, if you'd like to just simplify the table, you would just utilize this column chooser button, and you can choose which information you'd like excluded from the table as well. Or if there's information that you'd like to move, just keep in mind with these dynamic web tables that you can move the columns. You would just pick up something like the next order column and you can drag it over closer to the sales and inventory column here, for example. Does not equal 0. Quick filter will show me anything that's got an upcoming order on the next date, or I could do something like rank the release dates from soonest to furthest away in the past, that kind of thing. The Vintages Sell-Through module is going to give you a lot of visibility to things like what the initial size of your parcel was and the daily store and inventory information based on what's still left in the warehouse, how many stores have inventory of that parcel, and then most importantly, this store inventory link is a really handy link to be able to pull up a top stores report for that SKU if you wanted to quickly be able to identify things like, well, where is my inventory, which stores have the most inventory, and then most importantly, a question like, does the store that has all the inventory have the capacity to sell it? Or is it something like maybe I should be finding stores that still have 12 or 24 bottles in them? This is a store that still has 24 bottles in it. Potentially it might be a good idea to have the inventory transferred to a more high volume location because, as we all know, vintages sales aren't about how much you sell. It's about how fast you sell it. That's going to get the most chance for reorder next time. So one of the things that we've built in here to help with that is the depletion tracker. So all of your parcels, things like any product that's got an active parcel or one that's had a previous one will have a percentage depletion tracker. So this is going to let you see whether or not you've depleted enough of the parcel through 16, 12, 8, and 4 weeks. And conveniently, you'll see, of course, that the first set of 4 weeks has a week-over-week breakdown, so you can really highlight if you're able to deplete the vast majority of the parcel in the first 4 weeks. You're even able to highlight very quickly how much of the parcel was depleted week over week. One of the things that's important to note about the Vintages Sell-Through section is you also have the ability to compare whether or not your brands of a category are depleting at the same rate as other brands brought in from the same country or category. Great way to highlight if your SKU is performing better than the other products from the same region. So all you would do for that, as a default, this report loads only the SKUs linked to your agent title. As another option, you can load up something like a specific category. So in this case, let's just choose Italy. So you get access to that in this module. So you can do things like, what are the parcels that had the most quantity to start? What were the biggest parcels that came out over the last little while? Or do I want to filter on a specific release date. I'd like to look at how all the products of this country or category that were released on October the 20th. So again, this is a bit of an advanced module, and it requires using the column chooser button, which is available on most of our dynamic web tables, but might not be something that all your users are as familiar with. So please, if you do have any questions about this report, please feel free to reach out to your client team representative.